All right, everyone, here we go. It's an all signs reading. Doesn't matter what your sign is. A straight up energy reading. This is Jupiter and Cancer, and I've been waiting on this one. Last time it went in, it was June of 2013. The soulmate cycle that was in play at that time was not this one. It was, as I wrote in my June write-up, a soulmate cycle that started around the end of 2007-ish, and it was Aquarian themed. That was the theme energy. That said, this is a whole different ball game now because we've got a Cancerian themed soulmate cycle, and Jupiter, the planet of expansion and luck. I mean, it expands everything it touches. You know, just going into the sign that is the energy of the soulmate cycle. It's wild. It's going to be awesome. Let's see what happens. Cancerian energy, cardinal water sign energy. It's going to be blending with Mercury, and at least initially anyway. It's going to be blending with Mercury in Cancer. And like I said in the Mercury Extended, if you saw that, it takes Mercury's words and expands them out. But we got a lot of, there's a lot of emotion in play here. And we're opening with communication in the pre-shuffle. I mean, I'd give a whole diatribe. I could talk about Jupiter for a whole 2-hour video. It's the only reason there's life on Earth. Is Jupiter, is from the perspective of the solar system. I'm not gonna bother with that. You know, I've talked about it a number of times. It's on a number of videos. Basically, its gravity is strong. It's the 4th strongest energy that affects us on a daily basis. Jupiter taints every reading. I basically consider its energy for every reading I pull, no matter what reading it is. And this is especially going to be true for the next year while it's in Cancer, harmonizing with the soulmate cycle. Every reading is going to be basically have some Jupiter in it. It's going to be almost a Jupiter reading, you know. So, that being said, here we go, communication. And it's big. It's the biggest 8 of Wands energy I've ever pulled. I'm drawn to the light behind the 8 Wands there. It's unreal. It's crossed by Judgment and an Emperor, okay? And beyond that is the 9 of Pentacles and the King of Truth. You've got an Emperor here who's chatty, who wants a second chance, who maybe returns, Phoenix rising, resurrection, rises from the dead, and is so fucking liberal with the truth. Again, like I said in the Mercury reading when you got the 7 of Swords and the final outcome, I don't blame you for not believing it. They're being very liberal with the truth. I mean, it's flowing free, you know. They're letting their emotional freak flag fly. And these words have meaning. These words go a long way. Jupiter is like a 50,000 watt radio station. You know, it shoots it out. It's just unreal. Underneath that, by the way, is the 9 of Cups. They're doing it because it's what they want to do, right? And a lot of times with this energy, you'll notice as Jupiter transits Cancer, you will do a lot of things just because you want to. I remember that from the last time it was in Cancer. A lot of people around me were like that. I would ask the question, well, why are you doing that? And they say, well, I don't know, I just feel like it. And I would hear those words out of people that normally wouldn't say them, right? You know, so I don't know. It's a great transit. It should be pretty terrific. I'll tell you what, this first card out's before the cut. It's why the fuck are we here? Let's just get to it. This is a big reading. Hands down, the biggest reading I'll do all year. Maybe the only other reading that might hold a candle to it this year is Uranus moving into Gemini in July next month. That's a big deal. That's a big deal because this last time this soulmate cycle happened was during World War II. The last time Uranus was in Gemini was during World War II. Its primary transit 1942 to 1948. A lot happened in there. Go ahead and read your history books. Yeah. And, you know, a lot's going to happen again in the next 4 years because of that transit. That's a huge deal. But we have the protection this time around of Jupiter kind of lining things up for us here, making things a bit more, bringing back some empathy, I hope, right? That's what it needs. Uranus in Gemini without empathy, well, it'll play out the way it did last time. Let's just put it that way. Uranus in Gemini with some empathy, I think could be really special. I think it could be something really incredible. Dare I use the word fucking magic, you know? Tell you what. Right now, let's focus on Jupiter and Cancer. We'll get there next month with Uranus and Gemini. All right, let's go. Let's see where we're at here. Should be some empathy this time around. So, you know, you don't need to run out and buy a bomb shelter just yet. All right, let's see where we go. Card before the cut is why the fuck are we here? All right. So why the fuck are we here? 9 of Swords. That's fucking wild. 9's of the ended tarot. Somebody's pacing the kitchen with a bottle of whiskey at 2 in the morning over you. Somebody attached to you is pacing the kitchen with a bottle of whiskey at 2 in the morning over you. It's my way of saying here, all of this emotional energy is keeping somebody up at night. And I don't think they like it. I don't think they like it. Not one bit. What comes after the cut? What did I say? Rewind. What did I fucking say? You know. 10 of Wands. Hard. It's difficult. It's tricky. It's hard. Somebody's, not only are they drinking whiskey, they have a night sweats over you. It's hard. I don't think they like it. Nobody likes 10 Wands. All right? Nobody does. All right, let's go. Let's pull ourselves a reading here. All right? Let's see where we're at. All right, let's see. Shuffling the deck. Give me the soulmate cycle with the influence. Oh, I've been waiting to say these magic words. Give me the soulmate cycle with the influence of Jupiter and Cancer. All right. I've already pulled an offline reading on this, so I know what this energy is. I'm very excited because Jupiter in Cancer should be bringing in some empathy here. Whoa, whoa, cards flying out. There we go. 6 of Swords, and here your overall energy is 6 Swords, the Hierophant, and the Lovers. And your inclination, there's your energy from the Mercury reading, the 7 of Swords. Your energy is attached to that. That's doubting Fox. Your inclination to not believe it. Not believe a fucking word of it. The love geese, somebody's coming in. And they're just, everything, almost like silver. It's not a silver-tongued devil this time. It's a silver-tongued Hierophant. They're just saying all the right things. And I think you think it's fishy a little bit. I think you think it's a little bit fishy. I believe you do. I'm going to take all 3 of these. That's our overall energy. I'm going to put it right there. And we're going to keep coming back to that every time I think you're not going to believe it. Right? All right. Right here's the energy around your connection with whoever this is coming in. Right? Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm spinning cards here. Hold on. Right here's the 3D energies around that person. Right here's their soul. This is the hidden energy message from the universe. Red with the energy of your connection. And right here's the potential final outcome. I say potential because I cannot predict free will. Nobody can. I will clarify everything. Throw some universe cards at the end, and you bet your sweet asses we're going to extend this one. This is a big fucking reading. All right? Might be tied for first. This and Uranus and Gemini tied for first. Most important readings of the year. Right? Get yourself comfortable. Get some popcorn. Get some soda. Get some beer. I don't give a fuck what you get. Get some coffee. Let's do it. Here we go. All right. Okay, let's go. I got the energy harnessed. We're going to clarify with the witches. What's at the bottom? I didn't look yet. Oh, the Page of Cups. That's encouraging. That's love. It's a sweet little energy there. All right, energy around your connection. What is it? Ace of Cups. Yeah, fucking hell. Fucking hell. Oh, man. New beginning in love. I mean, you got a new beginning in love right here. But this is bigger. This is a new beginning in love. It's your connection with somebody has as yet unexplored. We don't know the depths of this cup. We're about to dive in and find out. With somebody. Could be somebody new with the little pagey here. Might be. Could be. A lot of readers might say it might be somebody younger than you. There's no time in the energy. You can't tell that. It's just a little girl on the card because it's a small energy. And it's usually somebody who can't control it. Right? Girls this age, slamming doors, stomping feet, crying, you know, all that kind of. I know. I grew up around it. I know. All right. A lot of slam doors in my house. Jesus. First thing I learned in carpentry, how to fix a door. Yeah. Anyway. Here we go with the Ace of Cups. It's about the depths that haven't been explored yet. What's the 3D energy around this person? Yeah, the Hermit. Somebody's feeling the connection. Somebody's not feeling the life that they're living. They're feeling the connection. Okay? I'll just put it that way. Their soul is here. Now, this is encouraging. Don't fuck me here. This is red with the Ace of Cups. Yeah, see, it's the card before. It's what I told you. And we know that has a lot of tension. 10 of Wands attached to it. Their soul is stressed. right now. It is. Because this is untapped. And they don't know what's down there, and they're not sure how to handle it. But with all this Cancerian energy around, and Jupiter expanding things, somebody feels forced to jump in the deep end here. The good news is their soul is awake. The soul is sort of driving. Somebody's willing to let their soul drive. Now, I'm not saying that this person all of a sudden realizes you have a deep soul connection and they know all about that and studied all about soul connections and read all kinds of New Age blogs and stuff. I'm not saying that. I'm saying somebody here, the soul, their brain and their soul are making the connection. Tells me by default the heart chakra's open. It's probably what's scaring the fucking shit out of them right here. Hidden energy message from the universe, read with the Ace of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles. I'm going to be honest with you. That's your energy attached to that. We got another one of those readings where the universe flipped it on me, and that's you. I think, again, I said I'd keep going back to it. I will. This ties to the Mercury and Cancer reading. This whole fucking reading ties to the Mercury and Cancer reading. Also the Venus reading, quite frankly. But that was your final outcome. And I said you're inclined not to believe it. You're a deer in the fucking headlights here. You're like, I swear to God, with communication from this person and the depths that they're likely to go in here with the Hermit here and the soul in distress and the 9 being the end and tarot and the 10 of Wands about to break, I think you're like, what the fuck just did what? Right? Reminds me of what Ozzy Osbourne said when Randy Rhoads first played for him and auditioned for him. Randy did some leads and some scale work and some soloing and stuff like that. And Ozzy's response was, am I tripping? Did I just fucking see that? What the fuck is going on? Right? Like that. That's you here. You know, it's like Randy Rhoads came and performed in front of you. You've never seen anything like it in your fucking life. You're like, did I just fucking see that? Did I just fucking hear this? Right? So there's depths in this cup that you haven't been yet. And little 13-year-old girl here is about to go there. All right, male or female, what's that? This girl on the card. What's the final outcome here for you? I'm going to tell you something. I took a peek at this. Your final outcome, this is your motherfucking final outcome. Read with the Hermit. Read with, what the fuck just happened here? Did I just fucking hear this? Is the World, the most powerful card I could fucking pull out of this deck. Right there. Everything changes. Your connection with this person, because the Hermit's tied to your connection. Your connection with this person is about to move into another gear. Can we put it that way? Okay. Your little garage band, which was only doing Wipeout and a couple of Beach Boys songs up till now, is about to get Randy Rhoads on fucking guitar. Alright? You're about to go places. Alright? That's it. Assuming he was still alive. But anyway, that's it. Randy Rhoads is a great cautionary tale in energy too. Listen to your fears. Your fears tell you stuff about, a lot of times your fears tell you stuff about past lives. Randy was always afraid to fly. They pretty much went everywhere on a bus and stuff like that because he was always afraid to fly. He was scared to death of it, right? And he ended up dying on a plane. The one time he gets on a plane and they start buzzing around, it's one of them little prop planes, that's what he ends up burning up in, right? You know, should have listened to that. Listen to that shit for sure. That's it. You're moving into a new gear here, all right? Anyway, rock and roll stories aside, here we go. Ace of Cups. Why is it here? All right, let's talk about it. Let's clarify. I don't like flying either, but not because I died in a plane crash in a past life, because I'm not flying the plane. I don't know this pilot. I haven't seen a fucking inspection report on the plane, right? I don't know this pilot. If I was flying the plane, I'd be fine with flying. I'd probably be a good pilot. I would trust myself as a pilot. I don't much like riding in other people's cars either. People I don't know. You know, what's your driving record? Why is your car all dented up on the passenger side? Oddly enough, where I'll be sitting. What's your deal, right? I mean, I've been driving the same car for fucking 25 years. I haven't so much as put a scratch on it. Here we go with the Ace of Cups. Let's see where we're at here. Ace of Cups. Jesus. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Is this gonna be this reading? It's the same kind of, I mean, this is wild. This Temperance. I mean, with what I said about the depths here, it's like a divinely guided tour of your connection. You're about to go on Mr. Toad's wild ride of your fucking connection here, and it's divinely guided. Archangel Michael will be your guide. Truth. You're getting so much truth out of this. What did I say in the fucking pre-shuffle? This is Archangel Michael. It's truth, right? What I say in the pre-shuffle, this emperor is being very liberal with the truth, and you're inclined to think, what the fuck's going on? I'm with you. I'm with you. Okay, I get it. I say I was with you in the Mercury reading. I'm with you here. But this shit's about to get real. And this is covering, I'm not just talking about 2 weeks from now or whatever. Jupiter is in Cancer. This transit runs until next June. Okay, so again, keep that in mind. But most of the Cancerian energy that I'm getting right now is early on, between now and say Lionsgate sort of time for end of July sort of time frame, might stretch over and bleed into a Lionsgate type time frame. Definitely, yeah. I mean, the Mercury reading's definitely flowing in here. What's on top? Queen of Cups, the most love I can. Again, my Desert Queen, she got the empty cup. This cup's about to get dumped out in here. We're going to see what's at the bottom. Somebody's nervous about it, but they don't feel like they can stop it. And while it's happening, you're like, am I really here? Is this really happening? Or is this some kind of acid trip? Did we just go to McDonald Land or something? What the fuck's going on? Why does my person look like Grimace? What's up with this shit? Why is the Queen of Cups here? The Nine of Pentacles. Another liberal energy. Liberating, we'll say. Again, we're liberating with the Queen of Cups here. She holds the Ace of Cups, right? This is just an inanimate cup. This is an animate person who can pour the cup, move the cup, do the cup, right? We are liberating the cup. We're seeing what's at the bottom. We're seeing where this connection can go. We're seeing, in car speak, we're seeing what this puppy can do. All right? Well, we got Jupiter involved. It expands everything. It's a big energy. It's a powerful energy. It's a huge planet. It's bigger than anything else in our solar system. All right. All right. Makes the Earth look like a pea. All right, let's go. The Hermit. Why is it here? Talk to me. Fuck my ass. This is unreal. I'm afraid to keep going. All right. What's going on here with the Hermit? It's crossed by the Seven of Cups. What's fueling that? I want to be careful what I say because there's a lot of passion. Yeah, there's a lot of passion behind it. Strength card. There's a lot of heart chakra. What did I say earlier? Rewind your fucking video and then ask yourself, why is Steve my second favorite? He already mentioned, Mom, Steve already said something about the heart chakra when he was talking about this, and he said the Hermit, he knew the heart chakra was open because the soul and the brain are communicating. Mom, this guy's pretty good. Right? Yeah. There's your heart chakra right there. Right? Somebody's making choices now properly with a proper connection. So you got soul. The heart translates the soul for the brain. It's all happening. It's all clicking. Now, why is this in the soul? We'll get there in a minute. But I do believe that this person, this is all sort of almost feels automatic because it's already in the 3D. So it's all sort of happening. Words will just come out. Come out. We talked about that in the Mercury reading. Do not discount the lessons or the suggestions, the advice I gave you in the Mercury reading. Okay, about that snowball shit, right? All right, especially in the extended, that last pyramid, very important. What's on top here? King of Swords. Truth, right? My King of Truth from the pre-shuffle. Mom, he got a card from, I know. Stop talking to your mom. You know, that guy still watches, the one with his mom. I'm not making that person up. He's real. All right, King of Swords. I'm picking on him and exaggerating a little bit, but I'm glad he's still here. I like his energy. It's like a youthful 50-year-old who's still there with his mom. Star card. There's that energy again. It's a lot of destiny in play here. This is something that was meant to be said a long time ago that wasn't said. So when we get to which tells me, when we get to the bottom of this cup, it's old down there. It's all sludgy and shit, right? So it might need some conversation to get it moving again. Okay. This is stuff that should have been done a long time ago. You and this person, it's probably a divine connection. I don't have any evidence of that yet, like an emperor and an empress together, but it has to be with this much energy here. Why is the nine of swords here in the soul? Let's talk more about this. Fuck me. What's going on here? My discombobulated critter. Now, somebody might say, well, I just watch you for fun, Steve. I don't have anybody in my life that I'm watching for. This all plays out for you as well. The energy flips. It's all equal and opposite. It's all here. This would just be you approaching life differently than you normally do. If you're alone, then that's fine. On your side, I mean, I'll pull on you guys at the beginning of the extended and at the end of this reading. But, I mean, it's all about... Either way, your life is shifting into another gear. In fact, you may have noticed this in recent months if little small things, old unfinished business was getting wrapped up. Often when Jupiter is about to leave Gemini in the last half of, like the last 6 months of Jupiter in Gemini, for example, every time it does, it goes around and vacuums up old business that might get in the way of the big changes that start when Jupiter moves into Cancer. That's the biggest card I could pull. So even if you're alone, okay, it doesn't matter. This is crossed by it's just your life is shifting gears. The Burger King, of course it is. It's the King of Wands, it's the Burger King. Why is the Nine of Swords here? Because it all feels like it's like this person loves to control things. This person here, they can't control it. Their ego seems to be being controlled by the soul. And their usual way of shutting this down or pretending it's not there isn't happening. So somebody's having a crisis of faith. But it's faith in themselves, not anything else. It's like Fonzie hits the fucking jukebox and it doesn't come on. Right? That's sort of what's going on here in Happy Days speak, since I often call this my Fonzie character. Right? Always got to seem like it was their idea. Whoa, can't admit they were wrong. That character always had a hard time saying I'm sorry. But imagine he hit the jukebox. Usually he hits it. It comes on, snap his fingers, and a girl comes to each arm. What if he did that and it didn't happen? The jukebox didn't come on. He snapped his fingers and nobody came running. Or a couple of fat dudes did instead of a couple of hot chicks. I mean, hey, what the hell? That's not what Fonzie's after. Might be somebody's taste, but not his. This is all not happening the way it normally happens for Fonzie here. All right? What's going on? What's on top? Four of Cups. Why is that here? I mean, I don't want to give you the generic read on it. There's a deeper energy here. There's a deeper meaning. Okay? The deeper meaning... Well... Yeah, Six of Cups. Someone wishes this wasn't happening. They wish they could just go back to the past. That's what I was going to say before I pulled the Six of Cups back to the past. They wish it wasn't happening. This guy right here, right? Though he wants to bang Blondie, and it feels like he has to because he invited her there, he wishes it wasn't happening, right? Because he's having some trouble. It's not the dick chakra's not working. It's kind of embarrassing, right? Take it out and nothing's happening. I mean, okay. It is what it is. I mean, this kind of bullshit is why my readings get all the Cialis ads, I'm telling you. All right, right here. Now they got some pill I saw on one of my videos. They got some pill that's both the Cialis and the Viagra together. Right? Oh, my God. Jesus. I'll be getting those, too. I think it's a red pill. Keep your eyes out for it. All right. Knight of Pentacles. But that's basically what's going on here. They wish this wasn't happening, but they can't stop it. The soul and the heart chakra and the brain, they're rolling. And we had the strength card there, so it was like a 500-pound cat. You can't stop that. And the words just keep coming out. I keep saying I love you. Why? Why do I keep dumping stuff out of this cup where I kept it sealed for you? Why? They can't figure it out either. And you can't believe it's going on. You're like, what the fuck did I just hear? What? I mean, they are very liberal with the truth. Should have been a long time ago, though. So the truth might be coming out a little swordsy. It might not be as cupsy as you think. We talked about that in the Mercury reading. Might not be as cupsy as you like. So have no expectations here and you'll be fine, right? Why was Ozzy so surprised that Randy was so incredible? And am I really seeing this? Did I just watch that, or am I tripping? Why was he like that? Because the people that came before him for the audition were shit or average. That's why. This is above average. This is not what you're... So he was just expecting more of the same. Knight of Pentacles. Every once in a while, something special happens. Every so often. Somebody special comes along. That's what makes life interesting. That's what makes it worth sitting around through all the boring, mundane shit and waiting for. It's those moments that are different, that are odd. That's where the magic lives. That's where the special lives. And you very rarely ever see them coming. And usually, they usually show up out of nowhere. Usually when you're in a state like this, bored out of your fucking skull. Something shows up. Something happens. This is different. This is nice. Different things happen when Jupiter's transiting Cancer. This year it's on crack. All right? So because it's harmonizing with the soulmate cycle. Crossing this is an emotional, biggest card of communication for me in the minor arcana. 3 cups, the flow of emotion. Somebody is spilling their guts and you're like, I can't believe it. Right? It's like a Steve's Love Tarot reading without a swear. What the fuck? What did I just see? All right. What's going on? What's on top? The Magician. Red with the fucking Queen of Cups. Do you even need me? I mean, really? Why is the Magician here? 8 of Wands. Computer. Because somebody's spilling their fucking guts. And it's hugely different from what's normal. Lead into gold. Okay? It's an alchemy energy on that. There's no lies. There's no bullshit. Yet here you are. Because Mercury in Cancer is tied to it, you're inclined to be like, I don't even believe this. What did I just hear? Am I hearing this correctly? You are. Okay? You are. Let's clarify the world right now. Your potential final outcome. The World card. Why is it here? Let's see where we go. Unreal. Potential final outcome. The World. Why is it here? So this disconnection with this person, because of the truth that they're very liberal with, which they should have done. You may have been waiting for this a long time ago from whoever this is. You might have been waiting a long fucking time. I'm telling you. You might have been waiting a decade or more for all I fucking know. But either way. Now, if you always get the people that are here that are like, I got you, Steve. My person's been dead for 20 years. I'm just watching the reading. You may figure out something here. Okay? It doesn't matter. There's an equal and opposite reaction. So whether your person is alive or saying something to you, this might be for some of you, you figure out something you should have figured out a long time ago. You find something. It'll find you. Information, communication will find you. All right? I don't have any indication here that you need to go looking for it. All right? It's coming your way. I got 2 8 of Wands so far in this reading from 2 separate decks. Why is the World here? I'm still shuffling. I'm running out of shit to tell you. Okay. You might remember her from such positions in this reading as the beginning of, right? She was there when I picked up the deck. You might remember. Talked about door slamming and all that fun stuff. Page of Cups crossing this. It's a new beginning in love. That's what this is talking about. It's either love with yourself, either love with somebody who's an old soulmate who ran from you, or this is somebody brand fucking new that you have a connection with. And don't be like, well, I don't have a history with them, so how can there be stuff in the cup? Hello. You have if it's a soul connection this deep, you have a history that goes way back. It's untapped. Okay? You're tapping that. And again, it might be, if it's somebody new, you might be surprised how fast it's escalating. You know, normally your pants don't come off this quickly. Normally I have a 3-date rule. Well, this time around, you didn't even make it out of the restaurant parking lot. All right? So much for your 3-day rule. All right? What's on top? King of Pentacles. Why is that here? The 4 of Swords. Massive amount of healing. The truth shall set you free is this energy here, bridging energy. Ace of Cups. That matches that. Why does the truth set you free? What are we talking about? We're talking about, and there's the release. There it is, all trapped in the cup, and there it is pouring out. And you're like, is this really happening? What the fuck is going on, right? Because what's come before it was different. You were just expecting more of the same. Don't. With Jupiter in Cancer for the next year and harmonizing with the Cancerian energy of this particular soulmate cycle, expect the motherfucking unexpected. For sure. All right, let's see where we go. I know, I'm with you on this, but don't be too much of the doubting fox. Just a little. Keep you sharp, all right? You don't want to be anybody's fool. But, yeah, this is nice. This is good. I love that. That's like perfection in tarot, that came back and that came back. I'm not talking about myself. Sometimes when I say that, people say, oh, he's being arrogant. He thinks he's perfect. No, I'm talking about perfection in tarot. I don't have any, I didn't do anything. I just shuffled the deck, right? No, you no card trick. You no Penn and Teller here, right? At the end of the day here, that came back. That's a perfect landing for that right there at the end. It's where we started. Like a good book, the end should tie with the beginning. Untie a nice bow and put it all together. It's perfect. It's nice. I love it. And again, this popped out as I was shuffling. So we're going to take it. We're going to take it. All right? Two of Swords. Final message to you. Four of Swords and the Death card. All right? Things are changing. Don't let your own fucking skepticism jam you up. There is a massive amount of healing available to you here. I want you, above all, to trust your intuition. Your brain is going to think this is all crazy, right? Just like old Ozzy, when Randy Rhoads auditioned for him. Did I just see that? Is that real? Am I tripping or something? What the fuck did I... again, don't let your brain trip you up. It's real. It's happening. Somebody is spilling their guts. If it's somebody new, it is escalating. If it is your life, it is changing. That opportunity is for you. Don't let it jam you up. Trust your intuition. This is massive. It's all divinely guided. That proves it. That's Major Arcana Death card. Now, I'm going to go pull some Wicked Voodoo on this, and I'm going to open with you. Because your shit is changing big time. This was for you, and your shit is changing. Don't let that get in the way. If you're not going to the extended... Let me tell you right now, a little bit of skepticism is okay. Too much will jam you up. All right. You won't believe your eyes a lot during this transit. You won't believe your ears, your eyes, your nose, your mouth, any of it. All right. You won't believe the shit that'll happen to you during this transit. I know. I lived through the last transit, and I didn't believe half the shit that was happening to me then. Sometimes I found myself in some pretty insane situations. But it is what it is. So. That said, here we go. That's your reading. If you want the extended, there's probably a couple of links at the top of the description. I'm going to open with you. All right? If I forgot to put the links, yell at me on Twitter. All right? I'll put the links. That's it. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. Good luck.